The first semi-final of the World Cup, Argentina were playing Croatia. Both sides went to extra time and penalties in their previous games. Croatia had done that in their 2 previous games. Now, for the first 30 minutes, Croatia controlled the tempo of the game. They were better tactically, and the possession stats were heavily in favour of Croatia. Lionel Messi didn't have an imprint on the game. He was passing him by, and he was marked out of the game. The positioning of the Croatian players meant that any balls going into him were easily intercepted, and the channels were difficult. And then something happens. Julien Alvarez happens, basically. Julien Alvarez is a superstar in the making. There's still aspects of his game he can improve, but his energy levels, his commitment, his willingness to run with the ball, without the ball, his willingness to press, and it leads to a penalty. His energy levels lead to a penalty, and to be fair, if he hits that ball with a cleaner strike, Lovren isn't clearing that off the line. That is a goal. He would have had a hat-trick tonight. But it needed a goal. The game needed a goal. And there's a 5-minute spell in the second half where Argentina win the game. They're not playing. They're second best up to this point. The penalty, it is a penalty. Livakovic, he's had a great tournament, but he clears Alvarez out. And I have seen them not given, but that's a penalty for me. Messi slots the penalty, and surprisingly, Messi's got a 28% miss rate from penalties at international level. That's very interesting that he's missed 28% of penalties he's taken for Argentina. So could that prove crucial at some point? He has missed penalties in this tournament so far, so that's an interesting one. The second goal, however, and Julian Alvarez's first goal, is akin to a player of Argentina's past in Mario Kempes. Just watch footage of the 1978 World Cup finals and Mario Kempes doing runs like that, scoring goals and creating goals. Is there skill involved in that? There's a bit. But is there energy, pace, and a drive? Yes. Now, is he the only player involved in the counter-attack? No, Messi and McAllister and Molina are all involved in some capacity, but it's his willingness to run straight at defenders in a driving fashion, in like an aggressive run, that has them on the back foot. Molina's dummy run, which draws the defenders' attention and pulls defenders about to create a little bit more space for Alvarez to then charge into. Some of the attempts at tackling and defending are a bit comical, and that is a fantastic goal. Just fantastic goal. And he starts the move way back in their own box. So, off a counter-attack, off a Croatian free kick, that is a fantastic goal. Started by Alvarez, finished by Alvarez. Fantastic. And in a 5-minute spell in the first half, Argentina have gone from looking like the game's passing them by to making a World Cup final in 5 minutes. 5-minute spell, Croatia imploded, and Argentina seized control of the game. We go to half time, it's 2-0, but on the balance of play, Argentina was shocking, and just 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all it needed. Second half, Argentina are more comfortable, they're more relaxed, and they're getting more of the ball, and then they're just passing it around, and they're still making runs and having chances. And it's Julian Alvarez's second goal. It is created by Messi. And everyone says Messi's got no right foot. Most of that plays with his right foot. It's his weaker foot. I think Messi's best ever goal at international level scored with his right foot against Nigeria in the 2014 World Cup. But it's the player's willingness. Look, in this case, it's Messi. In other parts of the tournament for Argentina, it's been De Paul or McAllister or Enzo Hernandez or Alvarez. The willingness not to give up on a play. And yes, it's a great bit of vision, but Alvarez has managed to elude his markers in the box. That was more damning as a defensive situation, because Messi can do his tricks in the corner, make the pass, and Alvarez be, marked out of the position. Alvarez has slipped his defender, slipped his marker, and it's one of the easier finishes Alvarez will have. And that's on 70 minutes. Croatia didn't create much. They looked tired by the end. Modric looked exhausted. Is this the last time we see Modric in international football? Will he play in the third, fourth place playoff? Is that his international career over? He's been a great servant to the game for a very, very long time. And Argentina in the second half looked more comfortable, more relaxed. Argentina's game management was better today than it was against Holland. So when they were 2 up against Holland and cruising, their game management was poor. They've obviously reviewed that better. It's still their weakness, and whoever wins against France or Morocco is going to be a test of Argentina. Argentina with lengthy spells of possession, will they lose focus? Will they get frustrated if Morocco win? France's pace and movement up front with Giroud and Mbappe, for example. Giroud with his physicality and his movement, and Mbappe with his pace. Will that become an issue? Will Argentina be forced to play on the counter attack? And in that sense, will they be able to win the midfield battle, which will be combative? So whoever wins the other semi-final, I think Argentina will. It's going to impact how Argentina play, because Argentina, that they were struggling to get on the ball and couldn't counter attack in the first half effectively. It just took Julien Alvarez really to be the player to spark Argentina. It wasn't Messi. McAllister and Julian Alvarez were the two guys that sparked Argentina into life, and then you know Croatia couldn't cope with that. I do believe all the extra time penalties has taken it out of Croatia. Those lengthy games, those extra minutes. Um, but Argentina looked more competent in defence today, more relaxed, less nervy, and their game management was better in the second half as well. They made the changes at the right time. So Argentina are in a good position to win the World Cup, but out of either Morocco or France, it's going to be a very interesting final, because I think Morocco will give Argentina challenges that they're not expecting. So Argentina could be caught on the counter attack, and the Moroccans have pace, and the French have pace as well. And I'm not sold on Argentina's defence over the whole tournament, dealing well with pacey wingers. So that will be interesting. But on the night, Argentina better in front of goal. They created more chances, even though having less possession over the entirety of the game, and their game management improved. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.